short turnaround time between Game Week 14 and Game Week 15. This is a short, sharp and to the point video. So let's get cracking.
Thank you very much. So Game Week 14 is done and dusted. How did we do in Game Week 14? It was 60 points compared to the average of 54. It's not too bad, but I think Game Week 14 was a game week that promised so much and did not deliver entirely up to expectation. But we'll take it. In terms of our rank, we had a small drop in rank, a small red arrow from about 1.5 million in the world to 1.6 million. Considering it was a -4, that was really the difference between a red arrow and a green arrow, so it was not too bad. If you look at how the team performed, Trippier was the magical star that really saved our team from embarrassment this game week with a massive 12 points, and glad that I definitely held on to him. Bukayo Saka had another brilliant goal. Mo Salah had an assist, so that was actually quite good. And then Darwin was the disappointment of the game week. Alvarez had an assist, and Haaland also contributed 7 points with a goal that doubled as our captain. So we definitely made the right captaincy choice. Brian Mabumo was also a bit disappointing. We expected a bit more from him. And Tsimikas is the last one that we never covered, that contributed 4 points with an assist. So overall, it was a fairly okayish game week. I think this was the game week that if you had some other players such as Watkins instead of Darwin as an example, that you could really have rocketed up, or if you had another midfielder such as Son, for instance, in addition to Saka and Salah, and even perhaps Alvarez, then it could have actually really pushed it into a green arrow. But we're not complaining. We'll continue to strategize and focus on our next moves.
My Game Week 14 team was quite disappointing, with me only reaching 48 points, 6 points lower than the average of 54. My defense was quite disappointing, with only 2 pointers and 1 pointers. My captaincy didn't pay off, as Mo Salah only had 10 points. Luckily, Haaland didn't punish non-captainers. My star of the team was Ollie Watkins, who reached a solid 11 points as he's back to his brilliant best.
This is how my Game Week 15 team is likely to line up. I have actually made 2 early transfers already due to the quick turnaround time between Game Week 14 and Game Week 15. Price rises were very imminent, and Anthony Gordon was likely to rise, and he did in actual fact rise, and I had the exact funds for a move to bring him in. Yes, I know that there is a chance that he could be injured. However, I was willing to take the risk, as I have got bench cover on the bench. If he does not play, then I could get Adingra, who's also got a decent fixture that could come in. So hence why I thought let me take that risk, because this is not only a 1 game week play that I am trying to bring in. This move is actually long term, and I might not be able to afford Gordon together with any other moves going forward. So that was the 1 transfer that I made. However, in order to be able to afford that transfer, another opportunity presented itself. As many of you are aware that the Newcastle goalkeeper Nick Pope unfortunately hurt his shoulder quite badly in his match against Manchester United in Game Week 14. It looked quite bad, and most likely a dislocated shoulder. You are still going for tests, but early indications are that he is likely to be out for quite a lengthy period. And Dubravka came on during the course of the match and is likely to be playing in the next few games at least, if not a few months, if Nick Pope is confirmed to be out for quite a long time. And the main advantage of bringing in Dubravka is the fact that he only costs currently 3.9 million, and I doubt he will be worth that price for very long. I can see him rising very swiftly due to many people struggling with solid, affordable value goalkeepers. Ariola has flattered to deceive. He has had the odd good game week this season. However, he hasn't strung a decent string of performances together or clean sheets. And Dubravka has also got some great fixtures, and he rotates also brilliantly well with Ariola when Dubravka himself has got some tougher fixtures. Also, Dubravka is part of one of the best defenses in the league. Newcastle, yes, they might be slightly compromised with all the injuries. However, they seem to be quite a steely knit group together, and I can't see them crumbling massively. Yes, they might not be as solid as they were at the start of the season. However, on paper, this is a very spirited team, and Eddie Howe has really managed to put together a team that is solid from the back right through to the front. So this is how the team will then likely line up for game week 15 if there is no other surprises. This is for a -4, and in goal we'll have Dubravka, who is from Newcastle. We've got Tsimikas from Liverpool. We have got Kieran Trippier from Newcastle. We have got Saliba from Arsenal. We have got Gordon from Newcastle, Saka from Arsenal, Salah from Liverpool, who we are most likely to captain, Brian Mabumo from Brentford, Darwin Núñez from Liverpool, Julian Alvarez from Manchester City, and Erling Haaland from Manchester City. On the bench, we've got Ariola, Adingra, Pinnock, and Anderson. This team is potentially a decent team if one is even bench boosting, but I think I will delay the chip and play it likely in a double game week where there's more upside. However, the advantage of having such a solid bench during this festive season, there are lots of rotations in terms of resting players because the fixtures come thick and fast. And if you need a player on your bench to play and you've got a solid player, then it definitely could make a big difference instead of just having bench fodder. So hopefully this holds me in good stead for game week 15 and beyond. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this game week 15 team?
Ahead of game week 15, I will have 2 free transfers, and I'm likely to make 3 transfers for -4. My transfers are likely to be Kaminsky to Dubravka, Zuma to Zinchenko, and James Ward-Prowse to Mabumo. This is how my game week 15 team is likely to line up. In goal, I have Dubravka from Newcastle. In defense, I have Zinchenko and Gabriel from Arsenal, Ward from Crystal Palace. My midfielders are Brian Mabumo from Brentford, Salah from Liverpool as captain, Souček from West Ham, Saka from Arsenal. My forwards are Watkins from Aston Villa, Haaland as vice captain from Man City, Darwin from Liverpool. On my bench, I have Flicken from Brentford, Zuma from West Ham, Kabore from Luton, and injured Casemiro from Manchester United.
Next follows the Star Player Challenge, FPLA Plus versus FPL Razzmatazz. First, we've got the Game Week 14 Star Player Challenge scores. So, at the end of Game Week 14, it was quite a tough game week, and it ended up much closer than we thought, with FPLA Plus just about pipping FPL Razzmatazz by 3 points, 22 points to 19. And this was mainly due to some holes in defense as well as the forwards. At the end, it was basically Trent Alexander-Arnold's haul with 2 goals that proved quite decisive against Ollie Watkins as a forward who also hauled for FPL Razzmatazz. FPL Razzmatazz, how did you find the Game Week 14 Star Player Challenge?
The Game Week 14 Star Player Challenge was quite disappointing for me, but it shows how much one player can make such a big difference.
Absolutely true. So now we're looking forward to Game Week 15, and the Game Week 15 Star Player Challenge follows. Who have you decided to go for FPL Razzmatazz in goal?
I've gone for David Raya from Arsenal.
That's quite a good fixture that he's got against Luton. I've decided to go to one of the new replacement goalkeepers. The budget, Dubravka at 3.9 million. Who have you decided to go in defense, FPL Razzmatazz?
I've gone for very trustable Kieran Trippier from Newcastle.
That's an excellent choice. I've decided to go for another exciting fullback, and that is Tottenham Hotspur's Pedro Porro. In midfield, who have you gone for, FPL Razzmatazz?
I've gone for, I think, the best midfielder in the Premier League, the Egyptian king, Mo Salah.
He's definitely one of the best, if not the best, as well as possibly even in the world. And I've decided to go for someone that seems to be on a hot streak of form recently. He seems to be totally revitalized this season, playing under Ange Postecoglou, and that is none other than Heung-min Son. FPL Razzmatazz, in terms of forwards, who have you decided to go for?
I'm decided to go for Dominic Solanke because he scored a goal in the last game and because of his amazing fixture against Crystal Palace.
That would be an excellent choice, great value pick there. I've also decided to go for a bit of a differential, and this is somebody that's not been on a hot streak, but I just feel that this is possibly the time that he would want to raise his game, and that is Højlund from Manchester United. So that's the GW15 Star Player Challenge. Who do you think is going to win this round? Well, my streak of wins in the Star Player Challenge continue, or do you think that FPL Razzmatazz has got the firepower to beat me? He definitely has got quite a brilliant lineup. So that's it for this game week video. Rather short, sharp and to the point due to the quick turnaround time as we mentioned earlier. All the best for game week 15, and until we chat again next time, cheerio.